So, والطاء والدال وتا منه ومن عليا الثنايا. Okay. Now, this is the verse that talks about ta and dal and ta. And ta and dal and ta are from it, i.e. from the tip of the tongue, and from the top two teeth, i.e. these two. Okay. So, what it means is the gums of those two teeth. So behind that, there's the gums, right? As we described in our lesson on the upper palate. Okay, go back there if you need to look at where the gums are. Now, actually, not the gums, but the gum line. So the gum line, if you look at the upper palate, as is on the document there, the gum line is just literally the line which is between the teeth and the gums, where the gums start. Okay, so here it says from the tip of the tongue with the base of the top two incisors, the base, i.e. the root of the teeth, the root, i.e. the gum line. Okay, now that is the same as ta and dal. Okay, so ta and dal also from the root of the teeth, and you'll see that it's basically like this. If you look here, where those gums meet the teeth, right? Just the other side of that is exactly the same. It looks like this on the other side. That part here, that part, where it meets the teeth, the gums meet the teeth. That's where your tongue needs to be. Okay, and the only difference is not what the curvature in the tongue for ta. Okay, notice also that ta has both the front and the back raised. Okay, now aside from the makhraj and articulation, moving into characteristics, this actually shows that it's got a characteristic of something called adhesion. Ta. Ta has adhesion, meaning that the sound is stuck between the middle of the two, or it's between the two raised parts of the tongue, i.e. in the middle. So the sound is stuck here in the middle part because the tongue is raised at the back and it's raised at the front. Another note that adhesion doesn't mean that it's fully stuck there, the sound, and that the sound doesn't come out. Yeah, sound can come out and it comes out, but the capturing of some of the sound in this place here is called adhesion, and that actually makes the sound of ba heavier. It sounds more heavier than other heavy letters because the sound is more trapped and there's more echo. Okay, and actually, tafkhim or heaviness is actually echo in the mouth. So we described last time about when we talked about kha and ghain, we talked about how the curvature in the tongue is what makes heaviness, right? How is it that it makes heaviness? The sound comes forward naturally. Then when you curve the tongue, right, the sound it hits the raised part of the tongue, and there is a concave lens here. So the sound rises to the top of the mouth. It rises to the top, and it goes down. It hits the concave lens, and it circles in the mouth. Okay. So the echo that comes from this, that is the sound of heaviness. The echoing. That echo is heaviness. That echo is tafkhim. So that echo, obviously, in this here situation here, the echo is going to be louder, or it's going to be more stronger because you're not just raising the back of the tongue, but you're raising the front too. When you curve the tongue, your back naturally raises, the front a tiny bit, and back more. But when you raise the tongue and the front of the tongue more up here, okay, look, now the sound's basically trapped more. So there's going to be more echo. That's what results in more heaviness. Okay. We're going to touch on isti'ala as one of the qualities later on, and that heaviness is going to be described again there. Okay? Now, so here's the difference between what? Ta and dal, visually, and ta next to each other. Okay.